Ignore the music in the background. But hey, I got bored, so I'm reading a Tomtord fanfiction. Kill me. Let me put on my Norwegian accent and I can actually read it, that would be great. I held a picture frame of 4 very special people in my hands. The smallest one had brown fluffy hair and a green hoodie, carrying a red soda can with him. An energetic ginger stood next to him, towering over the other boy. Next to the ginger boy, around the same height, had his pale hands shoved into a dark blue hoodie pocket. On the very end of the picture, a guy with a red hoodie with 2 devilish horns of hair on top of his head was stood. Hey, you don't say! It's obviously Tord! He seemed like a misfit, like he didn't belong there, as if no one wanted him there. I sighed and put it down. The picture frame was all I had left. Everything else I had once owned was destroyed in the incident that occurred 9 years ago. 9 fucking years ago! Fanfictions have come a long way! There wasn't a chance in hell that they would forgive me, especially after what I'd done. Besides, I turned my back on a blown-up house, a dying neighbor, and a harmed man. I hadn't been able to forgive myself yet, so why would anyone else? A small tear escaped my eyes as I scolded myself for being such a crybaby. Soft dripping sounded from the concrete sidewalk. I swiftly looked over and saw a bright green hoodie crossing the small park I was in. I panicked and scurried the frame into my ripped hoodie pocket. I quickly walked away from the guy while trying to make it seem the least noticeable. But boy, did I fail miserably at that. You fucking dickhead! Because soon the footsteps get faster and more clearer. A fragile voice could have been heard if I would have listened. Okay. I booked it from there. I ran as fast as I could to the edge of the forest. It was only a yard or 2 away from where I was. To be quite honest, I ran well for someone who lives off the scraps of small restaurants. I thought I was going to make it escape from the possible danger of being found again. And there was, but only a few feet until I could step foot into the woods. I tripped. Oh, you bloody nonce! A small roots got hold of my shoelace and easily dropped me to the ground. I felt a small knock into the side of my head, close to my temple. I started to lose conscious fast, but not quick enough to hear the footsteps. Stop, and a familiar voice, who was clearly out of breath, softly saying my name. Tord! Tord's point of view. I regained my senses and found myself to be in an unknown place, but I heard 2 familiar people talking. I know, but what if we can't trust him? What if he didn't change and when he looks like he needs serious help? I mean, just look at those scars. My eyesight decided to work as I opened one of my eyes, but everything just I could make up 2 people arguing, one shorter than the other taller. The short one had a green hoodie and brown hair. Oh, it's Matt! True, but did you think about what he did to us? You just let him in your apartment, and you're out of your mind. Matt! Listen to me! No, Ed, you listen to me. I've had no idea what you could do to us! You found him on a bench, and it looks like he's starving. You have to help him, he's a friend. The ginger thought for a while before changing his mind. I understand. But what about Tom? My mind clicked at the mention of the drug. Ed, Matt, Tom, my old friends, why did I to betray? I felt small hot tears forming my eyes. I looked around as my vision came back to me. I was in a bed, green walls surrounded me. There was a strong odor! Online daters! Of color in the room. He felt a cold breeze come through the open window that looked out into a forest. I shivered from the breeze. I looked down in curiosity as why I was cold. I noticed that my hoodie was off. I was wearing my light grey t-shirt and white pants. I frantically looked around for my torn up red hoodie. However, I could see the hoodie anyway. I looked down at my wrists, and thankfully, my wrist still had the blood bandages on them, hiding the cuts I made from matinade. Finally, I sat up, and two things turned looked at me. One in green turned to me and smiled. No one turned with his mouth still open. Hi, Todd! Good to see you're up! I was stunned by his words. He was happy that I was up. Why? Hi, Ed. I looked at him and smiled the best I could. Ed turned to Matt and spoke. Matt! Can you go to breakfast for Todd? As Matt was starting to walk away, I interrupted him. It's okay, I'm not hungry. They both looked at me like I was crazy. Which you really was! No! Todd! Because I haven't eaten in days. You're eating! No, I'm fine, really. I smiled weakly at both of them, and they bought it. To be honest, I haven't really eaten in days. I consider myself lucky if I find food once a week. The only reason I don't want a large amount of food is because my body is used to the starvation. And if I eat a lot, it will quickly trick my body into thinking I will be having 4 full meals every day. I can't deal with the hunger anymore. So, Ed, where's Tom? Ed and Matt looked at each other. Ed turned his attention back to me. He doesn't know you're here. Turn! I looked down at my feet. Oh. I suddenly started to get out of bed and Ed tried to keep me on. Where are you going? To see Tom. He's going to find out one way or another. Might as well do it myself. Yeah, you go, Todd! Ed was speechless and let go. Let it go! Matt didn't even try to stop me. I walked out of Ed's apartment and looked down the hallways. I walked down the one to my right, but eventually came back to Ed's door. I opened the unlocked door and said loud enough so Matt and Ed can hear me. Where's Tom's apartment? I got a chuckle from Matt and an answer from Ed. 2 doors down the left. Thanks! I said back. I closed Ed's door and followed his instructions. 2 doors down the left. I held my hand like I was about to help, but I couldn't do it! I took a deep breath and looked softly inside Tom's room. I heard footsteps making their way towards the door. The door opened. I saw a man smaller than me in a blue hoodie. At first, we stood there in awkward silence for about 5 minutes. 5 minutes? You crazy? Neither of us knew what to say at first. As I opened my mouth to speak, he cut me off. What do you want? Todd! I came to apologize. I'm sorry for what happened. I really am. I managed to get it out of my mouth. I started to stutter mostly because I was really nervous. Well, you should have thought about that before you blew up a house! I'm sorry about everything I did. Please forgive me, Tom. Tom looked at me and I looked at him. He's sad and understand. Where's my Ed? In Ed's room! I pointed to Ed's room and felt happier. I felt that he was finally coming around to me. I mean, it has been 9 years. I shook my thoughts off as Tom pushed me up the way to get to Ed and Matt. And I followed him into the room. Matt, Ed, I saw Tom storm into the place where Ed and Matt were. I slowly followed him, afraid we had this conversation was going to end. Let's love this because I'm going to make a part 2, only if I don't die. Well, goodbye.